Hi, it's T. Carlson, and Warner Brothers is keeping up with their 100th anniversary, porting over several films to the 4K format at long last. One of the latest to arrive in ultra-high def is Rio Bravo, directed by Howard Hawks, released in 1959, starring the likes of John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Ricky Nelson. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Nice close-up there of our core group of heroes. There's our spine text, back cover. Inside the package, we do have our digital copy, and we have the 4K disc here. Sadly, there is no Blu-ray disc included. It's only a 4K. And I'll read the description of the film. On one side is an army of gunmen dead set on springing a murderous cohort from jail. On the other is Sheriff John T. Chance and two deputies, a recovering drunkard and an old codger. Also in the ragtag ranks are a trigger-happy youth and a woman with a shady past and her eye on Chance. Director Howard Hawks lifted the Western to new heights with Red River and does it again here. Of course, John Wayne was always larger than life in any role that he portrayed on the silver screen, and Rio Bravo is certainly one of his finest performances as Sheriff John T. Chance, trying to keep the peace with a convict in jail. Of course, everyone he's associated with wants to spring him out. That, of course, typically can only end in a violent, bloody gunfight. But luckily, he's not alone, even if the men in his ranks aren't exactly the most dependable or who you'd expect. Singer Dean Martin appears here as a drunkard who is, of course, down on his luck, hitting the bottle hard, but of course has to kick his habit if he wants to help save the day. And then you get, of course, the young man in the group played by singer Ricky Nelson. Ricky Nelson, of course, was already a star even when he was young, having been the son of Ozzie and Harriet Nelson and appearing on their TV shows. And then his sons, Matthew and Gunnar Nelson, are also musicians, and they had a band called Nelson for many years. I read somewhere that's like the only family to have #1 hits in like 3 or 4 different generations, so that's pretty remarkable. And the supporting cast is equally impressive. I mean, this sounds like a dour, dark, depressing film, but we get plenty of comic relief in the form of Stumpy, the old codger, beautifully portrayed by Walter Brennan in one of his greatest performances, and of course the Mexican proprietor of a hotel in the town, portrayed by Pedro Gonzalez Gonzalez. He and his wife provide plenty of laughs throughout the film, and you get plenty of John Wayne regulars like Ward Bond in the cast as well. There's even a brief uncredited cameo from Bing Russell, the father of actor Kurt Russell, who plays a man who gets killed in the bar very early in the film. Of course, the production designs are absolutely fantastic. These actors give the performances of their careers, and Sheriff John Chance even meets his match in the form of Angie Dickinson portraying Feathers, a woman with a rather shady past of her own. And everything does come together pretty nicely. At about 2 hours and 20 minutes, the movie is a little too long. There's also a brief musical sequence, which I really don't think the movie needed. However, when you have Ricky Nelson and Dean Martin, two of the biggest singing stars in the world, together in one movie, I guess you kind of have to make them sing. And of course, it happens here for that very reason. Howard Hawks put out another masterpiece in the form of Rio Bravo, and I'm very happy to see it arrive on 4K. Rio Bravo hasn't exactly had the best release history in terms of digital formats. The old DVD was certainly passable for its day. The Blu-ray really wasn't that big of a step up from the DVD, but at long last, this 4K release looks much better than any prior release. There's obvious limitations with the material, and the transitional moments certainly look a little rough, but I am happy to say this is far and above the best Rio Bravo has ever looked on home video with bright, vibrant colors. There's certainly a lot more punch here than there was in any prior home video release. It is just HDR. There is no Dolby Vision. That seems to be common practice with Warner Brothers' back catalog titles. Sadly, Warner makes the exact same mistake they made on their National Lampoon's Vacation 4K, and they do not port over the Blu-ray that has the bonus features on it, nor do they include said bonus features on the 4K disc. The only bonus feature you get on here is a commentary track. So unfortunately, that aspect of the package is a big disappointment. If you're a fan of Rio Bravo, this one's certainly worth getting just for the picture quality on the release, which is massively improved from any prior release. But don't sell your old Blu-ray yet, because you'll want to keep it for the bonus features. So I will say, you should definitely pick this one up on the basis of the film and the transfer, but on account of the lacking bonus features, you might want to wait for it to go on sale first. Are you a fan of Rio Bravo? Do you think it's the best from director Howard Hawks? Do you think it's the best movie John Wayne ever starred in? What do you think about all the co-stars? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.